Hi all you cool cats and kittens, it's Sabrina again. I am going a little stir crazy because I haven't left my house in over 2 weeks now, but I decided that today would be a good day to film a little video for those of you who are maybe on the fence about house hunting or navigating a home purchase through this pandemic. So make sure to like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We still need about, I think, 70 subscribers before we can customize our URL name. So make sure to do that now. Subscribe, and then let's get into it. Fortunately, buying a home virtually or remotely is not a new concept for most realtors. Tons of individuals have purchased property sight unseen, whether we're talking about career and military relocation or out-of-state investors. So even though we have a few more precautions to consider nowadays, we're not reinventing the wheel. That doesn't mean that things can't go wrong though, as with any transaction. So you need to make sure that you hire an agent that will advocate for you. In this case, it should be someone who has had plenty of experience working with remote buyers, who demonstrates reliable communication patterns, and someone who is comfortable utilizing modern technology. Now, it might seem obvious to hire an agent who's had remote transaction experience, but we see some pretty wild decision making in the real estate industry, so I feel like I really have to drill that in. Choose an agent with remote transaction experience who has a remote transaction plan and who has had plenty of time to perfect that plan. Secondly, consistent and honest communication is the absolute backbone of a successful remote transaction, but your agent shouldn't be bearing the weight of that responsibility alone. You're placing your confidence in another human being to be your eyes, your ears, sometimes your nose. So make sure that you are clearly defining your needs, your wants, and even your deal breakers throughout the entire transaction. Lastly, modern technology is going to be your biggest friend throughout a remote transaction, because listing photos and 3D tours just aren't enough to depict potential issues of a home. Whereas an agent can use Facetune, not Facetune. I mean, why use Facetune when you can use the same headshot for 20 years, am I right? Just kidding, okay. Whereas an agent can use FaceTime or a similar live streaming app for some real-time exploration within the property and maybe even around the neighborhood. And even when it comes to submitting a contract or signing off on repair negotiations, all of that can and should be done electronically. Unfortunately, attorneys do still require a wet signature when it comes to officially closing, but there are ways to do that safely, and I've even seen some title companies doing drive-through closings now, which is pretty clever. Alright guys, I will leave it at that, but I hope that gives you some more confidence to continue pursuing your real estate goals in quarantine. As always, thanks for watching. And please comment below if you've ever purchased a home remotely. I'd love to know how your experience was and what advice you might give to other buyers. Stay home.